Hello and welcome to Aha Moments. And this one is called The Pain Teacher. And The Pain Teacher originally went out on February 12th in 2024. So if you received that email and you like that aha moment and you're on to have a bigger discussion, then welcome. If this is brand new to you and the first time you've ever popped onto Aha Moments, then welcome. And let me just share with you that I've been writing the Aha Moment Mondays for about 11 years now. So every week at 8 a.m. Eastern, an Aha Moment Monday goes out. And what you will recognize if you get on the list, and you can get on the list by going to ahumanaapproach.com, and you'll get some other things too, but that's the one that's going to start your week off and put a big smile on your face. The aha moments are circumstances and experiences in that are pretty much everyday stuff. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that I have gone through that I'm sharing or that I witnessed with other people, all kinds of exchanges, different things. Anyway, they're pretty common. So you're going to recognize them. But what happens in the aha moment is we take that circumstance and we look at it just a little differently, that shift perspective. And what we're trying to do with that is that I believe that we grow one aha moment at a time. We learn, we expand, things change one aha moment at a time. Sometimes the aha moments are little, sometimes they're big, but they're always some kind of a shift, some kind of a veil lifted that helps you to get things in a deeper way. And that's how you grow, right? Is by just understanding things a little bit better. If you don't challenge yourself to understand things a little bit better, then it's just like Groundhog Day, right? You have the same perspective, the same viewpoint and everything on it for years and years and years and years. And our spirit is designed to expand. That is how we are naturally built for. So if we're not expanding, then we're digressing, right? We're dying. So that's the point, is let's take on these ahas. Let's expand ourselves. Let's challenge ourselves. Let's push those paradigms a little bit and shift those perspectives a little bit and grow just a little deeper and a little stronger, okay, towards those goals, whatever those goals happen to be for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up that aha. I'm going to read it. It's only, around 60 seconds. I'll take my time. So it'll probably take me a little bit longer to read it, but then we'll unpack a little bit for a couple of minutes, and then hopefully this will be super energizing for you. So let's go. The Pain Teacher. Yeah, it's hard to believe I'm going to talk about pain. It's going to be energizing, but I promise you it will be. How much pain can you endure? It's not a question we want to test ourselves with, but quite frankly, we do, and daily. How many people feel the need to work multiple jobs, keep a strict budget, or say no to self-care, travel, repairs, or upgrades as they live with financial pain? How many people are stressed for time and put quality meal prep and workouts low on the priority list, then experience physical pain? How many people work in jobs or stay in relationships that stifle their expansion and expression and cause themselves emotional pain? The fact is, we are so accustomed to trading off in at least one of our pillars of strength that we downplay the pain and remind ourselves to be grateful and appreciative. While gratitude can put you in a deserving vibration, can the avoidance of pain be harmful? Are we ignoring the lessons of the pain teacher by sugarcoating what doesn't feel right? Aha. Never mistake avoidance for positivity. Paul Linderies, author of The Root Cause of Cancer and founder of the Root Cause Institute, has studied buried stress as it relates to cancer and cites it as the root. That means facing pain is liberating. I recently cut ties with a business provider, one who every time I saw her name pop up in my email box, I felt the need to put on my spiritual armor, quiet myself, and hold the vision of a positive outcome before responding to the message. Sometimes the simplest of tasks went awry. I knew the relationship was dysfunctional, yet avoided dealing with it, simply focused on the positives. At the point where I was ready to woman up and resolve it, ready to lessen the anxiety in the pit of my stomach, I asked for guidance. I received an introduction to a new provider. The best way I can describe that initial connection that I felt was like a veil lifted. The transition between providers was a delicate operation that didn't happen with some stones being hurled our way, but facing the pain was worth it. We can lie to ourselves and say we're looking at the bright side, or we can call forth the elephant, then open the escape hatch and release it. Beyond every beautiful thing, there is some kind of pain. That is a quote from Bob Dylan. So I hope you like that. So I think the operative word here is the avoidance. So the avoidance of pain. So as Bob Dylan says, there's some pain associated with everything that we want. So regardless of what it is our goals are or our values are, we're going to be talking a little bit more about values over the next couple of ha's. But whatever that happens to be that's of importance to you, if this somehow, whatever it is that you're engaged with, whether it's a relationship or a job or, just work that you're doing, however, family dynamics, just all of what you're looking at, if there is discomfort there, if something isn't aligned and you're feeling pain somehow, whether it's through your diet, whether it's through your, as I said, your engagement with others is often huge pain sources. Financial, I mean, that's a big one. I think that is probably the number one source of argument in families is financial pain, right? And the way that everything is designed right now, the way the system is designed, it's designed to keep you numb and broke and avoiding everything in under the auspices of gratitude and say, well, we should be thankful for the little things and thankful for our, that we have a roof over our head. Yes, absolutely you should. There's no question about it. Gratitude is a great source of grounding and inspiration. However, that doesn't mean that you can't aspire to having more. We are designed for abundance. So this is our planet. Everything on this planet is ours. So we have the right to free speech and the right to earn a living. So all of what is happening with this system of keeping us small, keeping us numb, keeping us avoiding, what's our true calling, what it is that we really want to do, and suggesting that we should just be grateful to have a job, as opposed to, well, what is it that I really want to do? What is it that energizes me? What is it that makes me feel really good? And going after that. So we tend not to do that because we tend to get boxed into this. Well, that's all the money that we earn. So, that we say no to a whole bunch of things and we just accept the fact that we have a ceiling to what we've earned. Well, you know what? There's lots of things that we can do inside that ceiling to manipulate that budget a little bit and manipulate, how we get paid, why we get paid, what it is that we're doing to be compensated for. There's lots and lots of things that we can do, as opposed to just accepting that that's our function, that's our job, and that we should be grateful for it. Be grateful always, not saying not to be. I'm just saying don't misinterpret gratitude for satisfaction. Okay. You can be grateful, but doesn't mean you have to be satisfied. You can aspire to more. So, in this context, in terms of self-sabotage and how we bring harm onto ourselves, is really about harboring that stress. So, what Paul talks about, the stress being the root of it, he can actually equate certain cancers to certain behavior patterns. And he's done it for 15 years. So he teaches a cancer prevention program. He also has a level 2 of that course. It is a cancer reversal, and it's for people who actually want to coach in that. So pretty interesting, the work that he's done and how he recognizes the importance of stress. So anything that we do, I shouldn't say anything, everything that we do, we need to be cognizant that it feels good, that our engagements feel good, that the people we're hanging around with feels good, the work we're doing feels good, that all of that is doing things in such a way to expand ourselves and to feel free and liberated and energized and joyful. And you're talking to somebody that didn't get this, not too many years ago. So I just grinded. And I did what needed to be done. I was more of a human doer than a human being, but the human being always, I shouldn't say more, probably equal. I absolutely had that human doer, but the human being in me was always calling. When I did my values exercise a few years ago, health and freedom came up to be 2 of my top values, but some of the others are certainly wrapped around people and my compassion and love for humankind. So, which is part of why I'm doing what I'm doing now. So anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope that message of pain avoidance really hits with you, and that you start to look at different people or circumstances, like the example I gave with the business provider of mine. I pushed through with that relationship because I respected the work that she did. And I knew that as a professional that, there weren't a lot of people that did what she did. So I accepted it and I look for the positives, but I'll tell you, as I said, every time I see her name come up, the pit of my stomach would go, and I thought, this can't be good. And what was happening with that relationship is I was avoiding not only the pain of, of shifting the relationship, but also avoiding some of the tasks, because I just knew what we were heading into. And I was always holding the vision, putting on my, my taking the deep breath, getting my energy in a good place to be able to deal with it. But it did create a lot of stress for me, and I'm sure for them as well. So it just was not a good relationship, not a good fit. So now that I have somebody who we are totally aligned, and now I'm energized to do the work I need to do to get whatever. I just keep saying to her, we're a team. Like whatever it is that we do, we're going towards, a bigger outcome. That one doesn't work for the other. We're on the same team. And once I aligned with someone who just, had the same goals, the same values and everything that I did, man, I'm telling you, it just, I look forward to that work now, as opposed to avoiding both the work and the pain it took to get out of it. So if you have relationships, you have financial issues, whatever it is the pain is in your life, look at it, face it. Don't be afraid of it. Just that, as soon as you begin to tackle it, the fear tends to dispel, and that in itself is liberating. So go forth. And as always, succeed deliberately.